there's some things that's really weird, like there are no macros, and that's just odd. And the PvP is your server only, just like vanilla WoW, and there are no brackets. So from 10 to 50 you're in the same war zone, but you get this buff so that you like get the stats of a 50 or something. And I mean, it's cool, but I don't know if I really like it, because one, still if a level 10 goes upwards to level 50, if level 10 gets stunned, he maybe has one way to get out of that. The level 50 has like 5 or 4. I mean, it's still not fair. And even if they did a 10 level bracket is still a lot, especially when max level, especially when max level is only 50. But it's better, because 10 to 50 is a big jump in the amount of attacks you get, and especially spec choices and stuff like that. So I really hope they will change that. No add-ons, and I guess I'm okay with that. I have no problem with the UI, although I know a lot of other players actually do. I don't really get why, but no damage meters. And this is actually also a very bad thing, because it's hard to know. I haven't done any heroic flashpoints, but I watch this guy who live streams named Towley who does. And it's a very short enrage timer on the flashpoint bosses. Yes, the flashpoint bosses, the hard mode flashpoint bosses, have an enrage timer, and it's very short. And you can, that might be, they may have done that because a group will be able to know if their DPS is good enough. But the thing is, you have 4-man groups, 1 healer, 1 tank, and 2 DPS. If you only know that your group is doing too low DPS, you don't know which one of the DPS is doing too low DPS. And that's just weird, actually, because I mean, I think they should allow some add-ons. I mean, it can't be hard to find out what add-ons are in the game. So some kind of add-ons, if they don't add it themselves, they kinda have to, almost. Because a damage meter, yes. To absolutely freely customize your UI is also a choice you should be able to have, because that's very much a personal preference, and they can't, without add-ons, I guess it would be really hard for them to make the UI work for everyone. So that's just like, that's a way to save themselves, really. Because they then can say, because right now a lot of people are like, oh, why can't I fix this in my UI? Then they can say, well, look for a mod, look for an add-on. But none of that yet. I really think they will loosen their grip on that. I think maybe they won't like promote add-ons, but I really think sooner or later it will be in the game. That's just the way it is, because if they don't, that might just be, that's just really weird from BioWare. And another thing, AoE tanking. Those of you who have played, and especially tank, know that this, in my opinion, it's broken. I can hit for let's say 5 seconds only AoEing on this pack of mobs, and then a trooper does 1 AoE and he has aggro. Single target is at least acceptable. I can tank that, and maybe I shouldn't say too much for max level, but the threat is really bad, the threat generation. And on the attack tooltips, it doesn't like say this is your main threat ability. On one ability for the Jedi Guardians, one ability, it says this ability generates a lot of threat. On one, and you have pretty many. When you're level 50, I have. Well, on my Nag I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks, I think, now, that I use simply for tanking. And imagine in 50, when you have stuff like you need for raiding, you have med packs and stuff like that. It's a lot of attacks, and you kind of want to know which attack you're supposed to use, because let's face it, actually sitting there and doing the math, not everybody will do that. So yeah, I guess I'm really sounding like I don't like the game, but I really like the game, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. The questing is just incredible. It's like it's the voice acting, it's great. They are still grind quests, but they hide them very well. They put them as bonus quests, which is optional. If you want to do them, you can do this quest, but you will have to kill 30 of these ugly ass space creatures. But you don't have to. But I want the experience. Yeah, well then you have to. But it's boring. Yeah, but you don't have to do it. It's really smart, and yes, I really enjoy the game. That's what I'm trying to say. So, thanks for watching. Comment, rate and subscribe. And this was just the first of hopefully very many Star Wars The Old Republic clips. So yeah guys, see ya!